just never cancel due to out of stock, okay? Always like contact them and then get them to agree and then say buyer has to cancel. Or, I've also done cancel due to shipping address issues. Those two seem to work fine. But buyer asked to cancel is the best if you have to cancel.
Yeah.
But never do out of stock.
There was one place and it said like, oh yeah, we don't ship there. Like, bro. And then there was another place like apparently the item is like illegal there or some shit, and we Amazon
Oh,
said we can't ship there.
All I did was Google the areas that Canada Post doesn't really deal with in Canada, and then I made a rate table of like $900 in shipping, which deters the people.
what's up, Jordan? My name's Jonathan. Nice to meet you, man.
Yo, I have a specific question. Like, I don't know, like I have an account in Canada and like I got three sales from bulk listing. Like I keep having issues with shipping. Like there was one place and it said like, oh yeah, we don't ship there. I was like, bro. And then there was another place like apparently the fucking item is like illegal there or some shit, and we Amazon
Oh,
said we can't ship there.
yeah, look, this happens to everyone. I think regardless of where you're from. So I'm from the US, but yeah, I totally get you. Like, where sometimes on Amazon, like it can't get shipped there or the address is invalid. Honestly, you have a couple of options. What I would do, because I live in the States, is I would just order it to my house and then reship it to them. But I don't think you can necessarily do that. So in that case,
I
you just
can't do that. I mean, I have a Canadian friend like based in Canada, so
yeah,
I guess I
that
can do that.
That's one solution if it's worth it. Otherwise, I would end the item because it's going to
Um,
keep having that problem, and then you can just explain to them, that it just doesn't work out. And
Wait
I would
here.
say I would say that, it doesn't happen that much, and then you just try to avoid the items. But it's unfortunate. It does happen, so I'm sorry about that. But you just gotta
I'm
work.
So,
also from Canada, and I could offer a little bit of insight here because I've run into this issue a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, 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 no. This is great. This is great.
Hi, my name's Jen. So I live in Canada as well. There is a rate table that you could add on eBay that excludes certain locations. So, like
Yeah.
Yukon, Northwest Territories. I believe there's also some areas in there that you can check off pretty much anywhere that's rural. So, like Quebec has rural areas, Northern BC. Also, the Canada strike post that's happening right now. I did just speak with an eBay rep the other day about it. They're going to be really lenient on things that Canada Post is interfering with right now, just based on how crazy it is. So you can kind of use that to your advantage right now when dealing with customers if it says it can't be shipped out there, because it is a pain in the ass. You don't know when or where it's going to happen until someone makes the order. So all I did was Google the areas that Canada Post doesn't really deal with in Canada. And then I made a rate table of like $900 in shipping, which deters the people. And then I checked off all of the rural areas that I could. And I've done that now for about a month and I haven't gotten another sale like that. So that might help.
That's some good advice, I would say, yeah.
Now, what I've been doing is if I can't ship like lava bulbs, I'm in the US, I can't ship them to California. Because California has like really strict environmental rules about light bulbs. So what I've started doing, if someone from California orders it, I cancel due to issue with buyer's address and put that I can't ship due to local laws and regulation in the note.
Perfect.
And then when I know an item has that problem at the top, I go into the description and I put in big letters, use the same print as the title, cannot ship to California, and just change the color.
That's another great workaround. So yeah, I
Uh,
mean, Jordan, you have a lot of workarounds for that. Like for me, like
yeah.
I had an item, I remember like it was like this bottle opener and it couldn't ship to California. They seem to be really strict. So again, you can
One
cancel.
more, wait,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
Ron?
add something. Yeah, so another solution is just browsing through eBay. I mean through Amazon. I remember I used to sell cigar holders, and those were kind of like it's kind of weird with the law and regulation in California. But then for some reason, different Amazon listings they allow you to ship to the same address, so you can find a different Amazon product if it's really that worth it. If you think that the profit that you're going to be getting from this is that that large for you to take multiple steps just to get the process, just to get the order through, I recommend looking through other Amazon listings because sometimes some Amazon listings they're kind of I don't know, it's kind of weird because I had cigar listings on eBay and then I just used a different Amazon supplier just to ship out my orders because that passed through for some reason. But yeah, if it's like something minor or something, you can just look at different Amazon
I just don't want a
listings.
defect. I just don't want to
Yeah,
get like a defect.
Yeah, so Jordan, so for that then, right? Just never do never cancel due to out of stock, okay? That's a huge one. I'm sure you I don't know how new you are, but a lot of people have that problem. Always like contact them and then get them to agree and then say buyer has to cancel. Or, I've also done cancel due to shipping address issues. Those two seem to work fine. But buyer asked to cancel is the best if you have to cancel.
Yeah.
But never do out of stock. That's what'll get you the defect. So avoid that at all costs.
You should
Okay.
call them. Just
Is that
ring up their phone. That's what I do.
I usually don't call them. I'll usually just deal with it once, and if it's a bad item, I just delete it. There's lots of other good items,
Mm.
but you can also call. Some people like to do that, but
Yeah.
I usually just spend like 5 minutes on it, move on. There's other stuff to do, so.